So guys, these are the materials that we'll be using. Our scissors for cutting, 5 mm hook, measuring tape, and any acrylic fiber of your choice, any size of your choice, but make sure it suits the hook that you are using. So this is actually a tiny one, so I'll be doubling it. I like you to make a slip knot, which is a basic foundation. After this, I like you to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we have our 7 chains, and wrap around. Go into the first chain that you ever made and make 1 double crochet in there. Now this is remaining 6 chains. It is representing 1 double crochet, chain 3. So that is it. So right now you're going to go around and have this 8 times. This is 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet, chain 3. You're going to make it so that you have 1 double crochet 8 times, and I'll show you how to do that. We already have 2, so to get the third one, we chain 3 and make 1 double crochet in that same hole, in the same hole right here. Okay, all right, we have 3, so chain 3, 1 double crochet into that same space. So right now we have 4, chain 1, 2, 3, and go into that same space and make 1 double crochet. I hope you understand right now, so just continue until you have 8 double crochets in this hole. We already have 5. So after you've made the 8th one, I'd like you to chain 3, then locate the third chain, 1, 2, and 3. Make a slip stitch in there. So this is what our first row looks like. Alright, to go over to the next round, sorry, we're gonna be talking rounds now, for now though. So you'll chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 chains counts as 1 double crochet, chain 3. Alright, so now you move over into the next space and make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Alright, chain 1, 2, 3. Go. What I'm saying, skip. Okay, what I'm trying to say is skip the 2 chains and make 1 double crochet on the 1 double crochet on top of the stitch, so you don't work inside the hole, you don't work on the chains. I hope you understand that. So chain 3, go right, skip those 2 chains, go right into the 1 double crochet stitch and make 3 double crochet. So after this, you chain 3, skip the 2 chains, make 1 double crochet. So this is just it. Continue until you come back right here. So once you finished up, you have 3 double crochets. You chain 1, 2, and 3. Then you locate the third chain and make your slip stitch. Okay. Okay, so you guys can see what we have right here. So you chain 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. After chaining 6, you will increase this to 5. So how you do that is to make 2 double crochet in this and in the middle stitch you make 1 double crochet, and the last you make 2 double crochet. So now you have an increase. Okay, then you chain 1 2 and 3, and on this 1 double crochet you just place 1 double crochet in there. Chain 1 2 3 and make your increase 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet on the last stitch. So this is it for the row. This is for the round, sorry. Go ahead with this until you come back. Make your increase on all the 3 and just 1 double crochet on top, and don't forget to chain 3. Okay, this is what our work looks like right now. We just have 3 rounds of this, 1 2 and 3. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is to start our split. So this right now is a split 1 2 3, or a branch, however you want to call it. So we're going to start it up here, here, here and here. So that is to say we're going to start a new leaf. After the split you start your new leaf. So after the split, the next is the new leaf. You'll understand better when we go to the next. Okay, you chain 4 on the 4th row right now. So you chain 4. It stands for 1 double crochet, chain 1. You go right straight into that stitch and make 1 double crochet. Okay, so we're going to finish up this when we come back to this part. So right now you chain 3 and you make your increase on this, as I say, 2 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And guys, my yarn tangled and I have to cut it and tie it, so I'm going to show you how I hide my the tail of my yarn. I'm just going to make it invisible, so just keep watching. So this is 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet. Okay, so here that I have this, I will just have to just put it this way. Just watch. Make sure it's in. I want it to be in between the stitch, the double crochet. So this is, let me take that again so that you see it very well. So I have this. I'm just going to hold it in my hand, insert, pull through from the other side and make my 1 double crochet. As you can see, I have it in the middle of the stitch of the double crochet, so I'll still hold it and make my increase on the last one. Still hold it down and 2. So as you can see, I've succeeded in hiding it in between the tail, the double crochet. I think is okay, so maybe I'll just have to use my scissors to cut up this remaining part. And as for here, I also did the same thing. This is actually, here's a place, you see, this tail right now, right here, is in the middle of the double crochet. Sorry, I did not tell you how to do that. So I hid it in these 3 double crochets because this was the I'm actually like the first, so I hid it in between, so I'll just have to cut it off because I don't want to have a lot of work to do at the end of my work. Okay, as you can see, you can't see it anymore. All right guys, so we're going to make a split right here. So what we do is to chain 3 and make 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. Okay, so this is our split. It will enable us start up a new leaf. So you chain 3, then increase this 5 to 7, 2 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochet on the last stitch. And this is going to leave us with a total of 7 double crochets, as you can see. Okay, after that you chain up 3 and make your split just the same way. So I'm going to show you the split once again, or a branch. You can call it a branch or a split. Okay, you make 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. So I'll just have to continue with mine, and I'll meet you at the end of the row to show you what to do next. So once you are done with everything on the 4th row, what you do next is to chain 3 and make 1 double crochet into that stitch, that space, that first space. So you make 1 double crochet, then you chain 1 and look at the third chain, 1, 2 and 3, and make your slip stitch. So why we did it like this is because it will enable us to be able to work in the middle. If you had made your split, a total split, it will make it to be working this part, and that is not what this work need. Okay, so having said that, let's go over to the next. We make 6 chains. Okay, then just like I told you that after this split you're going to make 3 double crochet just like this. After this, making this branch or split, we make 3 double crochet. So you're going to make 3 double crochet in this space right now. So you make 1, 2 and 3. So you chain 1, 2, 3, and right now this is the highest of our increase for this tutorial. So for this project, this is the highest increase that we'll be making, that is 7 double crochets. So right now we are going to be decreasing, and to decrease, just like you made your increases, you skip the first. I'll show you 2 ways of decreasing. I'll show you the first one, then I'll show you the second one. So if you want to increase in this way, you make 1 double crochet just like this. Okay, let me tell you, wrap around, insert in the first stitch, wrap around, pull through. You have 3 loops, wrap around, pull through 2 loops, and wrap around and go into the next stitch, insert, wrap around, pull through. You have 4 loops, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around and pull through 3. So this is also a way of decreasing, but that is not the one we are going to be using for this project. So I'd like you to skip the first stitch, come over to the second stitch and make 1 double crochet. In this way you've minused 1 from this row. Okay, and make 1 double crochet again, and again and again. Okay, and you have this one left. So because we are looking for 5 double crochet, that is to say you are just going to leave this because you already have your 5 double crochets. And now you chain your 3 and come over to this place, start your new leaf, and start your new leaf. So how do we do that? To make 3 double crochets, 2 and 3. Now chain 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and make 1 double crochet in this space. I hope you are understanding what we did right here right now. So 3 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. So that's the same thing we're going to be repeating here. That's to say this row 5 is a repetition of row 2. Okay. Now you chain 1, 2 and 3, come into the space and make 3 double crochets. So my aim right here is to show you how to start a leaf and how to end the leaf, and how to start from the branches and how to end. So that is my aim. So I'll just go ahead immediately. I end with this. I will leave you to it and show you what to do next. Okay, so you chain 1, 2 and 3, then skip the first and make 1 double crochet until you have 5 double crochets. So I had a complication here too, as you can see, so I'm just gonna hide it the same way. All right, hold it right there. Okay, it's not long enough. I'm gonna bring it through again. I think here I'll just have to hide it now. Okay, and we have 5 double crochet, and I've hide that little tail. Okay, so you just go ahead with this pattern until you come to the end of the row. So I'll meet you right here to show you what to do. So right here, guys, we've come to the end of this row, and to finish up this row, what we're gonna do is to chain up 3 and complete this. So you make 3 double crochet in this, and go and chain 3 and skip, oh sorry, look at the third chain and make your slip stitch. And this is the end of the 5th round, and this is what our work looks like. Okay, to go over to the 6th, we're going to make 6 chains, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in this place, remember what you did here was to increase to 5, increase to 7, decrease to 5. Okay, so you make your increase as 2 double crochet in the first stitch and 1 double crochet in the middle and 2 double crochet on the last. Okay, so you chain 3 and you are going to decrease this to 3. So how you do that is just the same thing that you did here. You just skip the first and skip the last, and you have 3 remaining, and you make 3 double crochet. That's 1 double crochet in each of the 3 stitches, just like this. So I hope this is understandable. So make your increase to 5, just 1 double crochet here, increase to 5, decrease to 3, increase to 5, just like that. I'll meet you at the end of the row to show you what to do next. Almost at the end of the 6th round, so you chain 3 and make your increase 5 double crochet, chain 1, 5 double crochet. Okay, You make your increase, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. After this, you chain up 3 and look at the third chain and make your slip stitch. So we've come to the end of this 6th row right now. I would just like you to take a close look at the work and see if this is exactly what you want, because I don't want you to make any mistake. Okay, you can pause the video, and if you are sure, then let's go over to the next round, which is the 7th round. Okay, right now, guys, at the 7th row, we are going to chain 6 and for the 7th row, chain 6. I'll just have to explain something. After every 2 double crochets, just like you see here, 1 2, we made a split, 1 2. So that's to say we are going to make a split on the 7th round, and to do that, we are going to chain 4. So I'll just reduce this to 4, 1 2 3 and 4. So once we have our 4, I don't know if you understand what I said. After every 2 double crochets, like this doesn't count now, these are splits. So after the splits, 1 2, the next is a split. So chain 4, 3 counts as 1 double crochet, and the last one chain counts as chain 1. You make 1 double crochet in that same space and chain 3. Remember, we're going to finish up when we are ending, so you increase this to 7, 1 and 2 in the first stitch, then 1 2 3, then on the last stitch you make 2 double crochet, and this is going to leave us with a total of 7 double crochets. Okay, and we are going to finish up this leaf right now. So we're going to chain 1 2 3 and decrease this to 1. We're going to skip 1 and the first and the last stitch. We are only going to be working in the middle stitch to enable us have that 1. So this is what it looks like. As you can see right now, we've closed this leaf. So we've closed up the leaf by making 1 double crochet, decreasing it to 1 double crochet. So you increase this to 7, make a split here. You already know how to make a split. Let me just go in case you don't know, let me go with you. So make your increase, 1 2 and 1 double crochet in each of the 3 next stitches. Here you go. So on the last, make 2 double crochet, and this leaves us with 7 double crochet. So chain 1 2 and 3 to make your splits. You're going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. I hope you understand this. In this part, you're going to make your increase. That is 2 double crochet in the first, 1 double crochet in the middle, and 2 double crochet in the last. Decrease this to 1 by skipping those 2 spaces and make 1 double crochet in the middle stitch. Increase, make a split, increase, decrease, and just like that until you get to the end of the round. So I will meet you at the end of the round to show you what to do next. For the 8th row, for the 8th round, you chain 6. So after your 6 chains, you go straight into this place and make your 3 double crochet. That is starting up your new leaf. After this, you chain 3. You go right into this space and make your decrease. I just want to show you something around here, so that's why I'm going with you. Okay, right now I actually told you guys that after the 2 double crochet you make a split, but in this case, that when you have on top of the leaf, you don't make a split. I mean, you don't go 2 rounds and I mean, you don't go 2 double crochets like this ones before making your splits. As a matter of fact, you don't make a split on the leaf. You just go ahead and start your new leaf and go ahead with it. But the only place you make a new, because this is the only branches we have, what I'm trying to explain is that we are not going to make any more branches. So these are the only branches that we have, and from this we are going to be getting our branches, new branches, and these are the only things that we need to make our increase in this work. I just hope you guys understand this, because I made this mistake and it really took me a lot of time, so I have to cool down and explain it to you. And many people also make that mistake, going ahead and making. So I don't want you to be like working to row 13 and discover that your work is more, is shapeless, is not in shape. So that is the reason why I am explaining this to you. The only place you make so you go 2 double crochets and make a split is only on these branches. These are the branches where the leaves come out from. Okay, want you guys to really understand this very well, because I want you to also have a very good result. Okay, so having said that, I will just have you go ahead with yours, do the necessary things. Everything remains the same. Increase where you need to increase and decrease where you need to decrease. So that is just it. And remember, 7 is the highest increase we have in this project. Only if you want to make yours 9, or anyhow you want to make yours bigger than this. Okay, so guys, just continue. I'll meet you at row 13 to show you what to do next. Just like I said, everything remains the same. Everything remains the same, and anytime you finish up your leaf in 1 double crochet, know that the next you're going to start a new leaf automatically. So you don't need to branch out in this on any leaf. Do not branch out on any leaf. We already have a branch, and these 4 branches are the only places that you are allowed to make out new branches. Okay guys, I'm here at row 13, round 13, just like I promised you that I'll meet you when I get to this 13th row. So right now we are okay with it, because it is a halter top. It's going to be like the top is going to be held like this is the half of it. So right now we are going to flatten this area. This length is already enough to get to our neck, so, or the place you want it to, not really the neck. Okay, so, and we want to expand it, like we want to flatten this part this way, to enable us cover up this V parts, making it flat and kind of making it more larger. This part that is like this, trying to make it to be okay with the top. because you can't tie this to your neck, you know. So that is what we're going to do right now. We're going to flatten this area. As I say, we are not going to be working on top of here again. We are not going to be working all the way around, and we get here, we turn back. So I'll show you how to do that right now. So now you finish with your round 13. To go over to round 14, you'll change. Okay, you made your slip stitch on this third, on this middle stitch, so you go right into this one and also make a slip stitch, because you are not going to be working on this anymore. This, you're only going to be working this and this. Okay, once you've made your slip stitch, you chain 6. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So you go over to this, and if you have, okay, absolutely, we all should have to decrease, because we are working with the same pattern and everything. So, and now we are on the same row around. So what you should just do is to go ahead and continue with whatever you have. Continue making your decrease. So since I have 7, I'm just going to decrease to 5. Every other thing remains the same except here. So I'll always be meeting you here to show you what to do next. And guys, this is very, very, very simple. Okay, so I will meet you right here, because I'm going round. So I'll meet you when I get to this point, and I'll show you what to do next. And just like I said, remember that everything remains the same. I'm here at the end of the 14th round. So the next thing you do is you chain 3 and place 1 double crochet here. So this is just like the same thing, since this counts as 1 double crochet chain 3, so it's just like 1 double crochet chain 3. So this is how you are going to be doing it. You chain 6 and turn your work round. Then you continue with your work. I'm going to be decreasing, so decrease this to 3. So guys, I would like to explain something right now before we continue. You are going to be working according to your size, so you will need to do some measurements. We just have to do some measurements right now. So this is where you actually measure, and you stretch your work. So you have to stretch your work and know how many inches you have. If you are size small, the bra, because this is where the breast is going to be, so for the smallest size of the breast, like it's very tiny, you have to stop at this 15th row right now that we started. You stop here at this 15th row. But if you are normal small size, you stop at that 16th row. That's to say, you after this 15th row you still do the 16th. Then if you are medium size, small medium, you make 17. Normal medium like 36, you make 18, which is the one I'm going to make. So as an 18 row of this. So if you are, you know, just like that, if you are the bigger size, small, you make it 19, 20, 21, going on. And you can test it on your body. You can just use it and place on your body, and you can stretch and measure, because this is supposed to be a bodycon stuff, because you want it to give you that shape that you want. So I don't know if you guys can look very well. You can see that our work is getting, you know, normal more than this side. You see how this side is too spiffy than this other part. So that is because we are flattening it. So I hope you understand me very well. The size for the smallest, very tiny, is 15, which is this row that we are now. So you go around and finish up, and you are done with your work. So guys, continue. I'll meet you at the end. Now I'll work row 16 with you. So when I finish this, I'll come back. I'll do row 16 with you because I would like to show you how to finish up when you have only 6 inches, because we've not done that yet, right? Yes. So when I get here, I'll meet you to show you how to finish up. Then you can now continue to do the remaining one for yourself as much as you want. So here at the end of the 15th row, to finish it up, we'll chain 3. Then we locate the third chain and make 1 double crochet. Sorry, I'll take that again. Make 1 double crochet. Okay, so this is how to finish it up. Alright, so you can now go ahead with yours. For me, I might make 17 or 18, just depending, because I want a medium size. So you continue with yours while I continue with mine, and when I'm done, I'll come back and show you what to do next. So going over to the 16th, we will chain 6 as usual. After that, you turn your work round and you skip 1 and make 1 double crochet in the middle stitch. So you just have to continue with whatever you have until you come back to this part, and you are going to finish the same way you finished this other side. So that's the same way you are going to finish this part. To finish up round 16, you will have to chain 3 and finish up your decrease here by making 1 double crochet in the middle stitch, skipping the first and the last. Now you chain 3 and locate the fourth chain. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. On the fourth chain, you make 1 double crochet. Okay, so this is what the work look like. Now to continue, that is, if you want to continue, before you continue, you have to stretch your work and measure so you know how large you've gotten, so that you don't do something that is bigger than you. I've mentioned that earlier. So once you've done that, I would like you to if you are making for the medium size, so you already know the size you're making for. So if you want to still continue, let me show you what to do. You chain 6 and turn your work round. So when you turn your work round, you skip this all this, and you go straight into this place and do whatever you need to do, which is to make your decrease. So you make your decrease. So that is how to go ahead on this part. Okay, alright guys, here at the end of row 17. So I told you I'll meet you here after you make your decrease to 5. You just have to chain 3 and locate, you're not working on this stitch just like I mentioned the other time. So you skip this and locate the fourth chain. 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth. Then you make your 1 double crochet just like that. So with this, you have come to the end of this round. So if you still want to go further, like you've not got your desired breast side or boobs bust size, so you should just go ahead repeating this whole thing that we did. But for me, I want to stop. I would have stopped at 18 if it's a normal wear, but because it's a bodycon stuff, that's the reason why I decided to stop at 17, because it's just like 1 inch away from what I have. I would have stopped at 18, but I decided to stop at 17 because I wanted to be tight on me. And I mentioned earlier that you shouldn't make it don't make it exactly your size, because you don't want it to be loose. That is the reason why I left about 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch rather. Now since I'm done with mine, I'll have to chain one and I will cut the yarn off, pull the yarn and tighten this one. So for this, we've come to the end of the upper side of the work, and this is what it looks like. Very, very beautiful. Sorry, it might not be that clear because it's actually getting dark. So right now we are going to work on the waist. We're going to work to attach this together. So this is where your waist is. This is your waist, and now I will want you to measure first before you continue, because you might have gotten your size by now. So I want you to measure so that you be sure that you have your size or you don't have it yet. Okay. And you should make it long. I mean, you should stretch the work. And luckily for me, I've got my own size, which is my waist size, which is 32. So that is to say I will be connecting my yarn right now, and this is it. So it's not, I would have even loved it if it was 31, but since I got mine at 31 and a half, it is okay. So you should make yours nothing more than yours in your exact size. So it should be a little bit smaller than you, because you want something that is really gonna fit you very well. So okay, but if you have not got your waist size yet, I'll show you what to do. If you've not got your waist size, this is the part we are going to be working on. That is, if you've not got your waist size, this part right now. So what you're trying to do is to make it long enough for you to be able to connect it, right? Okay, so you will have to connect your yarn here, and to achieve that, we are not going to be working on this upper side anymore. The part we are going to be working on is the down side. Okay, so you will have to connect your yarn here, chain 6, and continue with whatever you have. So since this is 3 double crochet, meaning that we need to increase it to 5, you increase to 5, chain 3 and decrease. This one is a decrease to 3. Just continue with everything the normal way you've been doing it and the way it should be. Continue with it until you get to this other end, and when you get here, you repeat the same thing. You make your 5 increase to 5, then you chain 3 and make 1 double crochet on this 1 double crochet that you have here. And after that, you're not going to walk towards the side, you're going to turn your work round, chain 6 and turn your work round, and continue with whatever you have, okay, until you have 1 left on this part. That is if you have to get to that level. So when you have 1 left, you just repeat the same thing we did here by skipping that 1, chain 6 and skip that 1 and go to the next. I just hope this is understandable. I wish that I've not got my waist length now. I would have continued with you. So whatever you have here does not matter, whether you have 1, this kind of 1, or this kind of 1, or you have 3. what matters is that you make what you connect your yarn in the middle. That is the most important thing. So having said this, I will have to connect mine since I've got my waist length, so I'll have to connect mine right now. I would like you to turn your work. This is the upper part of the work and this is the down part of the work. Since we are working towards the down, I want you to keep your work facing where you are working. Okay, so I will first of all like to insert my hook in this one and insert it in here, then make my slip knot, make the slip knot, and first I'll just connect with this, connect it here, then I will pull it through this part. Okay, so with this I have succeeded in connecting these two together. Remember, we are working towards this down part, so I will have to turn my work right now, and I'm going to make a chain of 6. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So to continue, anything you have here is what you are going to be working with. If you have whatever you should do, just continue doing it. Since I have 3 here, I will have, and it's supposed to be an increase, so I have to increase it to 5, 2 double crochet here, 1 double crochet in the middle, and 2 double crochets in the last. So I have 5. Now I'll just have to chain 3 and continue with whatsoever I have to do until I get back to this point. Alright guys, I'm here and I've increased this to 5. I'll just go ahead with the next thing, chain 3 and make a slip stitch on the 3rd chain. Okay, it is here. I'll make my slip stitch, and this is what we have right here. So this is what our work looks like. And now you chain 6, 3 4 5 and 6. So what you're supposed to do here is to increase this to 7. So you go ahead with it and increase to 7. You already know how our decreases and flattening of work has been, so I would like you to continue with this until you have one, and until you've reduced this to one double crochet. Like the next is going to be 5 and the second is going to be 3. So I'll meet you in the next 3 rounds to show you what to do next. So everything remains the same. When you get here, you finish up with the same thing you have here, and you chain 3, make your slip stitch on the 3rd chain. So that is how to end each of the rows. I hope you understand that. Now go ahead with everything you have because it still remains the same. So go ahead with it. I'll meet you when I have this. That is 1 2 3. So when I have, after the 3rd row or 3rd round, I'll meet you to show you what to do next. So I'm here. I told you I'll meet you when I have decreased to 1, and I've actually decreased to 1, and I'm here right now. So I have got my hip size. I got my hip size. So this is 20. 20 is 40. And when I stretch, it's even more than, so okay, 23 when I stretch. I'm okay with it. So right now we are going to be decreasing Okay, we're going to be decreasing, and since we are here right now, I'll show you what to do next. And I'm really sorry if you have a hip smaller hip. I'm very very sorry, but I will explain in case you're still somewhere. So if you have a smaller hip, what you should do is when you decrease to 5, like when you decrease to this 5, let me turn it this way. I just wish you can see it. So this is the middle. When you've decreased to 5, that is here. The next one, it was supposed to decrease to 3, but do not decrease to 3, just decrease to 1. Like this one should be 1, not 3. That is if you have a smaller size. This will help your work be more congested. But if you have a bigger size, a bigger hip size, you should just go ahead with the way I did it. And if your hip is bigger, like 44, 45 upwards, then you shouldn't work like this with us. Like myself, I want to make chain 6 and skip this and go over to this. But if you have a bigger hip, I will advise you to start up another leaf here by making 3 double crochet. Understand? So until you get your hip size before you start decreasing like us. So I'm going to show you how I make the decrease. So we starting a new leaf right here will enable us to increase. Like starting a new leaf right here would have enabled us to increase, but due to I've got my waist size, my hip size, I will not have to decrease again. Right now I would like to be I would not like to increase again. I would like to be decreasing. I'll chain 6, is 5 and 6, then I will skip all this chain 3, this 1 double crochet. And sorry, I'm shooting this at night. I'm making this video at night. I really want to run of this tutorial very fast, so that is the reason why. I just hope you can really see what I'm doing. So you skip these 3 chains, skip this 1 double crochet, skip this 3 chain, and this is 7. That's to say we are supposed to make a decrease. So you just make your decrease, making it 5 double crochet. Double crochet. Okay, so with this you go ahead doing every normal thing. Make 3 double crochet here, decrease here, make 3 double crochet, and so on. But before we continue with that, I would like to measure. I don't know, you can't see this, but I would like to measure from the very top, which is this, to the very end, which is this, and know the length that I have. And this particular one, we are not going to be stretching it. I have about 26 inches. Okay, probably 26.5 inches. It kind of, yes. I would like to increase it to the length of maybe 32, to the length of 32. So that is to say we are still going more further. Okay, so that's to say we are still going to be working here. We're still going to be working normal here. All right, so now it depends on the length of work that you want. If you really want it to be very short, you know, but for me that 32 is really okay. So right now you go ahead with anything that you know is what you are supposed to do. Go ahead, I'll meet you right here to show you what to do next. Okay, And once you finish your 5 double crochet decrease, the next thing to do is to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and you're going to skip all this just the same way you skipped all this, because you're repeating the same thing here. So you skip all these and locate the third chain, and you're going to make your slip stitch on the third chain. And this is what our work looks like right now. Okay, so after this you chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then you were supposed to decrease this to 3, but right now you're going to decrease it to 1. So you skip 1, 2, on the third chain you make 1 double crochet, 1 right there, and this shows you skip the first 2 and the last 2 stitches. You continue with this, and when you come back to this part, you also do the same thing you did here by skipping the first 2 and only working in the middle stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 3 and make a slip stitch on the third chain. So every other thing right here remains the same. Every other thing remains the same. So as you work, always remember to measure from the bottom. Just go the straight line to the top. Always remember to measure. So if you want yours to be 30 inches, it's okay, no matter how long you want it to be or how short you want it to be. So this will this depends on how you want it to be. So as you're working, just have it in mind that you will not be decreasing to 3 anymore. For this or this part, you are now going to, after your 5 decrease, you just decrease automatically to 1, and that 1 you are not going to work on it again. You are going to skip it just the same way you skipped this. Okay, so you continue with this until you get your desired length. I'll meet you when I get mine to show you what to do next. And this particular thing always only implies on the decreasing part and on the last part close to this. So don't do it in other ones, like all these ones. Don't do it here. Don't make all these ones remains the same. Whatever thing you should do is what you should do, unless it is the last one connecting to this and it is on the decreasing part. Okay, so but if it's on the increasing part, you should just go ahead and do your increase. Okay, so right now we finish this. You make 5 here. All right, so just continue with your work, and remember always to measure just as I've said until you have your desired length here. Don't stretch, because the work is not going to be stretched. I mean, the length of the work is not needed to be stretched. All right, I'll continue with mine and meet you when I'm done. Here is my work, and this is what it actually look like, and I'm okay with the length that I have now. So counting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I actually made 11 rows altogether from the connection. So right now, once you've finished up, this is where I finished. That is, I finished in the next decrease that I made. I told you should decrease to from 5 to 1. So that's where I actually stopped. So I will have to cut this off right now, but I'll have to make a 1 chain first before cutting it off. Okay, so we are done with this. Right now, the next thing to do is to cover up this space, this particular space right now. So we are going to attach our yarn right here. This is the middle of the work. So once you're done with your slip knots, you connect it on whatever you ended with. If you ended with 3, you connect it in the last, like if you had these 3 splits, you just connect it here, not on the in the middle, connect it somewhere here. But if you are working towards this side, you connect it here. So since I have 1, I'll connect it in the middle there. So just connect. Then I'll make 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. After these 6 chains, I'll go right into this and make what I'm supposed to do. For here, I'm supposed to increase to 7, so I'll do just that. So sorry I didn't tell you, we are going to flatten this area right now, just the same way we flattened the upper parts of the work. So we are going to flatten this area while we bring this together and get it to the same length. I hope that is understandable. Okay, so I'll make my increase. Every other thing remains the same. I'll meet you at this point. So when you get to this place right now, you already made your increase to 7. You're going to skip this 1 chain, 1 double crochet and make 3 chains. Then skip this and come into this and make 1 double crochet. And after this, you make 3 chains. You also skip this just like you've done to this part and make your increase this 5 to 7. Okay, continue until you get to this point. I'll meet you here to show you what to do next. I'll meet you right here to show you what to do next. Now that I've got here, I told you I'll meet you down here. So now I have increased to 7 just like I did to this other part. Well, it would have been better if we had this left for us. So but since we didn't have it, we just have to chain 3 and go into that same space because we don't have any other choice right now, and make 1 double crochet. So assuming we had this and we worked on this part, now we will be working on this. So how I am explaining it is you can choose the way you want it to be. You can go 1 more round, but I don't want mine to go more down than it has already gone. So that is the reason why I stopped there. So I will advise you to go another round before closing up this, so that you will end up with this, so it will be more easy for you. But if you want to work with me, it is still okay, guys. So right now you chain 6 and turn your work round. I hope you remembered how we worked on the top. So that is just what you are going to be doing. So right now you're going to make your decrease to 5 and continue with your work until you are back to this spot. So I'll meet you here at this spot to show you what to do next. Now we are here at this end again. So what you should do is to make a decrease to 5 and chain 3, make 1 double crochet in that space right here, chain 1, 2, 3 and decrease this other part to 5. So right now, after your decrease of 5, the next thing you need to do is to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Then you locate the third chain, 1, 2 and 3. You make 1 double crochet in that third chain, which is this, and you chain 6, 4, 5, 6. Turn your work, then you make 1 double crochet in the middle stitch, 1, 2, 3. So I told you, any time you have 5 as a decrease, not when you are increasing, that is just directly beside these parts, in any way you are decreasing as far as it's down here, whether this part or this front part, whether the back or the front. I've told you that you should only make 1 double crochet right there, because you are not going to start another leaf again. Okay, I hope that is better now, you understand it. Okay, having said that, I'll chain 3 and continue with my work. Go round, this place remains the same. Anytime you finish up here, when you come back to this part, like you're coming back again to where you were coming from, so you have to skip the first 2 chains and go directly into the third and make 1 double crochet. Decrease this to 1. Okay, sorry, not really this one, this remains the same. It is this one that is the last one. Decrease to 1 and chain 3, make 1 double crochet in here, chain 3, decrease this to 1 too. Okay, you decrease this to 1 and decrease this to 1. Anytime you end with 5 double crochet as a decrease, and it only applies to the one that is at the end of where you are trying to flatten, or where you're trying to, So I will continue with mine, and when you get back, when you finish that, you go around until you come to this part. So since you have 5 here also at this end, you will also make only 1 double crochet in the middle stitch, chain 3 and locate the third chain right here, make 1 double crochet, chain 6 and skip that one. So after making this right now, like if you're coming back, you have to skip that 1 double crochet totally. You're not going to work in it, you will skip it and go directly into the chain and make 1 double crochet in the chain 6. This is just the repetition of what we have been doing already at this part. So I hope you understand that. I will continue until I have closed up this place that I want to close up. Right now, when we have only 2 leaves to close up, we will chain 2, because this is 2 that we have. Whether you were chaining 6 or you were chaining 5, when you chain 5, you make your 1 double crochet on the third chain, so it leaves you with 2 here and 2 here. When you were chaining 6, you make 1 double crochet on the 4th chain, it also leaves you with 2. So to finish up this, since we are not going to come back to this place again, we're going to chain 2 only. Turn your work round, locate the third chain, the third stitch right here, as usual, decrease from 5 to 1. Okay, then chain 2 instead of 3, chain 2 and make 1 double crochet in here, chain 2, make 1 double crochet in here and chain 2. Then locate whatever, just like I said. Now me, I have 6, so I'll locate the 4th chain and make my 1 double crochet. So the next thing to do is to chain up 2, 1 and 2, then make half double crochet, 2 half double crochets in that space. Now I'm almost at the end, so I will just have to go right into this space and finish up with 2 double crochet, 2 half double crochet, then make a slip stitch, second chain the 2 chains that I made on top of that. So I will chain 1 and cut the yarn off and tighten this. Now we are going straight to the top, since we finished up with the down part of our work. I like you to get your stitch marker, and I don't have one. I'm going to be using this already here. This serves as a stitch marker because you don't forget this. You already have this, so I'll be needing only one. I'll keep one aside. So if you want, you can still add your stitch marker here if you like. Then you go to this last one. This is the top where we flattened, so you locate a third chain and place your stitch marker in there. This will enable you to know that you've got to this part, and this is where we are going to attach our strap. So you make your you connect your yarn somewhere here, so we just have to make a slip knot. Then attach my yarn here, not in this middle but just somewhere here. So attach your yarn and chain 1, then make 2 half double crochet in that space. Go over to the next, make 2 half double crochet, and to the next make 2 half double crochet, and in here you make 2 half double crochet. So now you are at this point where you have your chain 1. So I would just like you to, where you cut your yarn off, so I'd just like you to go right into that space and with a slip stitch connect and chain as long as you want. I'm going to chain as much, and when I come back I'll show you how many chains I made. Okay, I made 250 chains for mine. So right now we're going to make single crochet from the second chain from the hook, second chain from the hook to the last. That will help us have an elastic one, strap. That is if you want yours to be elastic, but if you don't want yours to be elastic, then you should make slip stitch. So I want mine to be elastic, so I'm going to make single crochets in each of them. So you know the one you want. You want a slip stitch to make it stiff, or you want a single crochet to enable it to be elastic. So anyone you want to just go ahead. For me, I'm making a single crochet. And I'm just going to finish up with 1 single crochet in the last one. So you go right into that same space and make a slip stitch. With this, you have finished with this strap. It is long enough for me, so this is what I have at the end of this. So I will have to continue with my half double crochet once again and make 2 half double crochet in here. Okay, and this is what it looks like. So our strap is strongly attached. There is no shaking, no movement. Okay, so right here you make your half double crochet inside, in between your work. You don't make it on top, so I'm making it in between the half double crochet. Make it in between your work. So here I have 4, And in this space I'm just going to make 3 half double crochet. So, and right here go in between and make half double crochets inside the spaces, and in here you make 3 half double crochet. At this point we will make two half double crochet in this space. I already have 1 plus this 2 in this space right here. This is where we made our connection. So in this place you're going to add 1 half double crochet, and also in this space you're going to add 1 half double crochet. So what I did is to hide this tail in between the work, and you go ahead and make your 2 half double crochet, sorry, in this space, 2 half double crochet. Then you go straight into this space and make your half double crochets, and after this make 3 half double crochets, and in between this works, this one double crochets, you make 1 double crochet in each and 3 double crochet. So continue with this until you come over to the next stitch marker that you have here. So I'll meet you right there to show you what to do next. We are almost here on the stitch marker. We're just going to make 2 single crochets, 2 half double crochets in this space. And after this we remove the stitch marker and go right straight into the 3rd chain. So go right straight into the 3rd. I think this is it, right? Yes. So go right there and make a slip stitch and chain to 250, just like I made here. So I'll make 250 chains, then I'll get back to you. I'll just repeat the same thing that I did here. There's half double crochet, single crochet. After the 250 chains, you start your single crochet on the 2nd chain and come back to this place and meet me right here. So you finish up your 1 single crochet in there and make your slip stitch, then continue with your half double crochet. For here you are only going to add 2 half double crochets. Let me take that again. 1 and 2. Go straight into the next and go ahead, make 2 half double crochets. You go straight into this space. I just hope you can see it. I don't know why my camera is blurred. Make your 1 half double crochet in there and go into this space and make 1 half double crochet and also into this space and make 1 half double crochet. Then locate the chain that you made, or the first half double crochet, anyone you see right there, just make your slip stitch, chain 1 and cut the end off. Thank you for watching till this time. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and drop something nice on the comment down below.